How to walk correctly, part number 3. It's finally here. My name is Egwin and I welcome you to this week's video update. In the last videos that I've been doing about how to walk correctly, the first one we talked about how to actually move your foot at the beginning of the step. So how to open the ankle. In part number 2, we discussed the using gravity in order to get going, in order to initiate a step. And now in part number 3, we take another jump to literally the next level in the body. We go a little bit higher this time and we're going to talk about the movement of the whole thoracic area, the shoulders and the arms. When we look at regular walking, one thing jumps into one's eye immediately, and this is a counter-rotation of your shoulder area towards the lower part of your body, meaning that your left foot steps forward while your right shoulder and your right arm bounce forward as well. So we have a counter-rotation in the body while walking. This is really important because it equalizes pressure and tension in the body, and it really gets this dynamic of walking where you feel really alive while walking rather than literally walk around and getting more and more tired with each and every step. No, with this type of walking, which is the regular type of walking anyway, you actually erect your thoracic spine, you take pressure off your heart, you support a healthy, regular breathing pattern, and overall, you actually support your physical body in all its functions. This is why walking is so important and why many actual walking therapy styles, let's call them that, they actually work with even more movement in your thoracic area and in your spinal area in order to increase this pulsation, to increase this pump in the body. Now what we are talking about today is how we move, or we should move, the spine in order to be really a natural addition to what my step is doing. This is rather important, so I don't want to teach anything like I'm doing a normal step, but my upper body is really doing a movement that's much too big for this step. So the end goal of this video is so that you can remobilize your spine on your own, so that in a regular step, without even having to think about it, this spinal rotation, this counter-rotation of your thoracic area towards the legs happens naturally. Once again, that's nothing that you really have to think about while you move. It's something that you give an impulse, and from time to time you just check back with yourself, with your body, whether or not you are doing it or not. Now, the important part here is I'm going to show you an exercise right now. This exercise is designed to mobilize this thoracic area and to give you an idea of what it means to use the counter-rotation of your shoulder and thoracic area in a step. Let me say that again, it's an exercise and it is not designed to be used exactly like that in walking. It's an exercise that builds the foundation for a natural rotation of your spine while walking. Why that? Because nowadays I see a lot of people who run around like so. See, the arms are moving, the legs are moving, but the shoulders do not rotate towards your pelvis at all. And that's already a stiffened state that already shows that there is a lot more tension in the body than there should be. What regular walking should look like is much more something like this. See? My left hip is forward, my right shoulder and my right arm are forward. I show that once again. It's about this natural counter-rotation. I used the arm a little bit more this time. See, it's about this natural counter-rotation of your upper body. Again, that is nothing that you have to do consciously. Let's just jump right into the exercise and you'll know immediately what I'm really talking about. The exercise starts with your feet parallel towards each other, roughly hip wide apart. Now what we want to do is we want to start to get these arms and the shoulder girdle to move. From this position, first thing we're going to do is just simply start swinging the arms. And as unnatural as this might feel right now, try to really only swing the arms. You'll notice immediately that just swinging the arms and not moving the rest of the body at all takes a lot of tension in your spinal area, in your thoracic area, in your belly even, and in your legs in order to stabilize the body while the weight of the arms is swinging attached to this rather stiff center. So this is stage number 1 of the exercise. Stand here and just simply start to swing the arms. Try to do that in such a way that you only give impulses to your arms. So don't do anything like that. See, now I'm literally moving consciously in every millimeter of this movement. That's not what we want. What I want is you initiate a swing in the arms, but the arms are, see, they are completely relaxed. I show you the same thing from the front. When I stand here like so, my shoulders and my hips, they don't rotate or rotate as little as possible, and my arms, they swing. They do not go like a stiff pendulum that is controlled every point of the way. No, they are completely relaxed. The shoulders are completely relaxed. The only thing, I try not to rotate my body. The arms are swinging. Use the weight, the whole weight of your arms. Second stage of this exercise. Out of this swinging, you start to loosen up your shoulders and you allow the swinging arms and the weight of the swinging arms to actually move the shoulders along with them. Show you from the side first. Looks like that. You start just by swinging the arms. Rest of the body is stiff. Then you loosen up the shoulders and the highest part of the thoracic spine, and you allow those areas to rotate. So literally you allow this upper part of your body to rotate with the weight of the arms, like so. This is stage number 1, the stiff body. Now you loosen up the shoulders and the highest part in your thoracic spine, and you allow your upper body to turn according to where it's pulled by the weight of the arms. Stage number 3, we go a little bit further. Now you allow for full rotation of your whole thoracic spine. Once again, we start by swinging the arms with a stiff body. You allow the highest parts of your thoracic spine and the shoulders to rotate with them, stage 2. And stage number 3, you allow for full thoracic rotation. Still, you just follow the weight of the arms. The arms move a lot further now because they are not stopped due to the fixed body. See, now the movement is really big, but the arms, they swing completely loose. It's really important here that the movement doesn't come from your center. Because as soon as the movement comes from your center, your arms will go sideways, just like I showed right now. What we want is the arms to be the origin of the movement. The arm swing is the origin of the rotation, and not the rotation leads to an arm swing. It's very important to get this direction. I show you stage number 3 from the front again. So once again, stage number 1, stiff body. Stage number 2, shoulders bounce a little bit with the arms. Stage number 3, we allow for full body movement, for full thoracic rotation. So everything between here and up here rotates with the arms, triggered by the weight of my moving arms. The next thing now is stage number 4, that you allow your hips and your legs to become soft as well. But notice that the hips do not turn as far as the shoulders do. I show you stage 4 from the side. Once again, walking through all 4 stages, stage number 1. And I suggest you do the same. Whenever you add a stage, do not just jump right into it. Don't stop. The exercise is actually something where you start with the arms and you walk fluently through all the different stages. That's really important. I only stop to explain a little to you, but the whole movement literally is one flowing and increasing thing. So stage number 4. Stage number 4, the arms, stiff body. Stage number 1. Stage number 2, upper thoracic spine rotates with the swing of the arms. Stage number 3, the whole thoracic spine rotates. Stage number 4, you allow for the hips to rotate as well. Notice that I dropped a little bit. I dropped my weight a little bit. I bent my knees just very gentle, because with completely straight knees, a rotation of the pelvis actually starts to twist the knees and puts a lot of pressure on them. This is why in stage number 4 we just simply relax our knees. When you look at me from the front, you'll notice that my pelvis turns to the left and to the right, as mentioned before, not as far as my arms do, but my knees keep pointing towards the front. The knees do not go sideways like so. The knees still are in this straight line or in this straight plane, the same one that my arms are moving in. So this is stage number 4. Now you can either stop here and go along with your regular day if you want the exercise to be neat and short. This is one way. The other way is to put a second part of the exercise after those 4 stages, those 4 initial stages. the second part of the exercise is to actually consciously link this rotation with a step. Still, as mentioned before, it is an exercise. And I do not say that the way I'm showing it right now is exactly the way it should be done in walking. Sometimes it's important to make something clear to the body, to exaggerate certain basic principles. And that's exactly what we're doing in this exercise. I exaggerate a basic principle, and with the exercise we mobilize, very dynamically mobilize all the joints that in the regular normal day walking movement then are linked with each other in one biomechanical chain. This is why we use exaggeration in this specific exercise. Let me show you the second part of this exercise. Once again, I start right from the beginning. The arms swing. Movement isn't very big right now. The body is as stiff as possible. Stage number 2. The shoulders start swinging as well. Stage number 3. The whole thoracic spine swings. Movement is a lot bigger by now. Still triggered by the arms though. Now I start allowing my pelvis to move along as well. Now I shift my weight to the left side. And when my left arm swings to the front, I place my right foot to the front. Now I slowly shift my weight. Not only to the front, but also a little bit to the side towards my right foot. I'm going to show it from the front as well, then you see that. And the next time, whenever I feel that the whole weight is on my right leg, the next time my right hand swings to the front. Now I swing the left foot to the front. I never stop swinging with the arms. I just take a couple of swings, time to shift my weight from the rear foot to the front. Notice my right heel is already off the ground. And the next time my left arm swings to the front, whoop, I place my right foot to the front. Take a couple of swings. Next time my right arm swings to the front, whoop, I place the left foot to the front. When you do this, what happens automatically is the right arm swings to the front, and when you think, not what the hip should do, but when you simultaneously think the left foot should come to the front, now you have this instantaneous counter rotation, just like it would be in a regular step. Only that the time where we shift the weight between the rear and the front leg is extremely exaggerated right now because we do a lot more swinging in between the two steps. But that's the exercise as mentioned. I'm going to show you the whole thing from the front as well. Let me jump right into the exercise at stage 4 already, or stage 3. Let's start with stage 3. So the arms are moving and the whole thoracic spine is also rotating already. Pelvis moves along a little bit, stage 4. Now the next time my left arm swings to the front, I swing my right foot to the front. Over the course of a couple of swings, I still allow my whole body to turn with the swings. I shift the weight gradually from the rear to the front foot. As soon as I feel that the whole weight can now comfortably rest in my right leg, I'm going to freeze the frame here. Look, I can stand on one leg completely. Let's go back into the bounce. As soon as I feel I can comfortably stand with my weight completely in my right leg now. The next time my right arm comes to the front, my left foot bounces to the front or swings to the front. Again, a couple of swings to shift the weight to the front. Now I feel the weight has reached my left leg, my left foot. Next time my left arm is coming to the front, my right foot is coming to the front. I feel the weight in my right foot. Whoop. Weight slowly shifts from the rear, not just to the front. This would be a weight shift completely to the front, but now I still can't take my rear leg off. So I literally have to shift my weight diagonally from the rear leg, diagonally to the left leg. In this swing, whoop. Now you see the weight is in the left leg. Next time the left arm comes front, whoop, my right foot comes to the front, and you see it was this natural counter rotation again. This is the exercise for today. I see many people running around with rather stiff shoulders, especially when they are wearing backpacks or some bags that hang on one or the other side. Then many people tend to completely stiffen up and not move the shoulders at all. In very rare cases, there are actually some people who literally move the left shoulder and the left hip and the left leg at the same time. It's like, say, such a John Wayne style, like in a Western movie. And but that's not natural walking. Natural walking, as mentioned before, has a lot to do with this counter rotation, where the right leg comes to the front while the left shoulder and the left arm swings to the front as well. This is actually really important, this counter rotation, because due to this counter rotation, there is a natural connection, a muscular, and I'm not even talking about the fascial, the connective tissue connections, but there is a natural muscular connection between my upper body and the leg that should come to the front. And this is my psoas. The psoas muscle, as I mentioned a couple of times already, comes up in the body really high, not in front here, back in my spine. But when I open my body here and say this is my spine in the middle, you would find the psoas reaching right up behind even my diaphragm. Now, whenever I pull on the psoas, meaning the left shoulder floats to the front, the right shoulder floats to the back, this naturally pulls a little bit on my right psoas, which also naturally helps with swinging the leg to the front. And then there comes another biomechanical aspect, which is at what point does my pelvis actually drop under to literally kick the leg to the front as well. But that's something for one of the next video tutorials. Obviously, we are still not finished with how to walk correctly. Why? First of all, we still need to discuss this dropping aspect. Second, and maybe most importantly, we still haven't discussed how the foot actually lands in front of me. Is it better that it lands on the heel, or should it land on my forefoot or midfoot? So is it a heel stroke or a midfoot or a forefoot stroke? And that's a completely different thing to discuss, because there are many different opinions, and I'm going to give you another perspective on how to take a look at those different opinions, so that you can actually use the best method that you can use the method that suits the situation that you're in best, because that's what it is. That's where it all comes down to. Once again, I'm going to show you this exercise in such a way how it should be done, also how long you actually should do it. And then I'd say if you have any questions, leave them in the comment box below. I know this is a little bit more complex right now, but if you follow the steps one after the other, I think it's not that difficult. Just make sure that your arm movement is actually the trigger for the rest of the movement, and keep in mind that it's about remobilizing your spine, because the body knows how to do this counter rotation anyway, because that's the natural way to walk, that's the natural way how to actually shift the weight onto the new standing leg, and so on. So this is really important. Purpose of this video is to remobilize and to make you consciously aware of the rotation in your spine. Because many people who are walking out there, maybe not even walking completely stiff, but actually using a little bit of this rotational aspect as well, still they're not consciously aware of the fact that they are doing it. And many of them, they have sides. Many of them swing more to one side than to the other. And this exercise also is a tool, a possible tool to help you to balance the swing so that you're more or less swinging to the left and to the right just as much as you should, and not you swing to the left really far and you swing to the right just a little, and you swing to the left really far and to the right just a little. This also says something about how your body is balanced muscular-wise. And actually you should be more or less balanced equally between the left and the right. I say more or less because 100% equality between left and right isn't possible in a structural human system anyway, and you'll never have that down to, say, the last decimal point. Now let me show you this exercise once more, one final time. We start with the inside edges of the feet parallel towards each other. The arms start to swing. Still the body tries to stay calm. Stage number 2. You allow your higher thoracic area and the shoulders to rotate with the arms. Stage number 3. The whole thoracic spine swings along with the arms. Really be conscious about what is happening in your spine right now. Stage number 4, you allow your pelvis to be part of the game a little bit. Now you shift your weight, say this time to the left side. And next time my left arm comes to the front, then the right foot comes to the front at the same time. I shift my weight gradually while swinging with the arms and the thorax. Right arm, left leg, counter rotation. Left arm, right leg, counter rotation. Right arm, left foot. And so on. You can do that for 2 meters, for 5 meters, just as much as you feel comfortable with. After that, just walk around a little bit. Do not immediately stand completely still. Just gently walk around a little bit, move around a little bit, open the chest, close it. And then come to a calm state where your feet are parallel to each other. You stand relaxed and just feel, how does it feel inside? How does it feel to carry your head? Do you have to carry it, or does the head feel lighter? Does actually the whole body structure feel invigorated and lighter? That's actually what normally should happen. Using this exercise, you'll mobilize your hip joints, you'll mobilize your thoracic spine, the shoulder area. You'll also mobilize the psoas area, and you mobilize your iliosacral joints a little bit as well. You work on this gradual weight shift, which is a really important awareness exercise as well. And there is only one thing to be cautious with, and this is when you do stage number 3, just make sure that you only rotate as far as the ribs go. Do not try to rotate the whole spine. So do not try to rotate your lumbar spine, because the lumbar spine, as mentioned a couple of times already, is not designed for rotation. The lumbar spine can do a flexion towards the front and the rear and the lateral flexion perfectly, but the lumbar spine cannot rotate. The thoracic spine and my cervical spine, they are designed to rotate as well. So stage number 3, this rotation goes until here, so until the lower part of my rib cage, and you do not try to rotate until you feel the rotation in your pelvis, because then you would already be in the state of trying to rotate your lumbar spine, and this is the only word of caution necessary for this exercise, because this could potentially harm you. Do not try to rotate your lumbar spine, but do try to rotate your thoracic spine. Also, one more important thing, I mentioned it before in one of the spinal tutorials, whenever you rotate your thoracic spine, the vertebrae in your thoracic spine, they actually are distanced from each other. So whenever you turn, the distance between the vertebrae in your thoracic spine increases, thus the pressure on the intervertebral discs in your thoracic area decreases whenever you rotate to the side. So now imagine what this actually means. Whenever you walk correctly and you have this natural counter rotation in your thoracic spine, this also means that you have a permanent pump that pulls liquid into the intervertebral discs in your thoracic area, that pushes it out a little bit, that pumps liquid back in and pushes it out a little bit. This pulsation is absolutely essential for spinal and disc health, and is one of the main reasons why this exercise can help you so much in regaining overall health. I wish you all the best. If you have any questions whatsoever, please leave them in the comment box below or contact me via email. As mentioned before, there is going to be a part 4, probably also part 5 and 6 tutorial about how to walk correctly, because it's a complex movement and it needs time to explain. It needs time to walk through the different stages if you really want to be thorough. And there is enough information out there that's just very superficial, and I don't want to give that. I really want to have the most benefit for you guys, and this is why my videos are a little bit longer. This is why I put so much detailed information and so much different information in one video. This is also the case with all the other videos I do, so whenever you want to jump back to the channel, make sure to subscribe, like this video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, share the channel. I would love to have more interaction with all the people that I reach. So thanks again for watching. Make sure to like, share and subscribe. There is a lot more information on my channel that you can find. And other than that, have a wonderful day and see you around soon. Thank you.